Look, I just want to thank everybody who's been able to show me love, and I was able to get that back. But you know what? This isn't Swaffy talking on this record. This is one and only AJ Mayweather.
That begs the question, no, so let me take a mental note of what note to take in my mindset and exactly how this will go. Start with Luke saying something connects to the topic about what is written in the pain's plans that make this toxic type of toxic I spew. Comes from the brain that is true. It's also sticky and tricky and just latches on to you. If you thought it was weird, then you're right, I admit it. I don't have to hide my joy just to make it for frigid. I'd rather shout out down the strangest person you've seen and play with toys his whole life until he turned 18. Say what you like, say what you think it be said, but I'd rather be dead than let my life in the bed. I can be lazy, innocent, do nothing for a day, but if it happens 24/7, my Smith & Wesson won't be great. I'm different from most, and I don't mean to boast, but if you try to roast me, then your host will be toast. You won't get close. For me, normal is gross. I'm not like the rest. Maybe possessed, you can say I have a ghost. Who am I? A guy who is apparent skin and bone, skinny, not like many. Some have meat and I don't. You can see my rib cage under my flesh, not listen to tissue. My issue is I don't look good as a menu. Who am I? A guy who is apparent skin and bone, skinny, not like many. Some have meat and I don't. You can see my rib cage under my flesh, not listen to tissue. My issue is I don't look good as a menu. The day that I started, didn't know what to expect. I know it did. You used to make me feel like I got checks. Ever since, who was Swaffy drop, a lot of them people knew me there for my fire core. Haters wouldn't have tried me more. Little did I know about the song. My first time I got lucky, making a follow up to my hollow junk that I made. My music monkey, a whip and basic rhyme, talking about stuff that I saw, to multiple words that occurred that I heard all the time. Learning about the cultures, the ones who talk, the greats, the little G's, the group trees, the letters, breathing the sculptures. People told me to stop doing this, and my rapping was sloppy. But unless you had the police, I knew nothing was gonna stop me. Call it what you want, I ain't going to front. Something that you hate, I know that I'm proud of. Those that believe in me, it ain't hard to see. Not that I hide my true self, but I know I'm not playing hide and seek. I don't need to search anymore, I found myself like a reflection. Start with the man in the mirror, I found my right selection. Who am I? A guy who is apparent skin and bone, skinny, not like many. Some have meat and I don't. You can see my rib cage under my flesh, not listen to tissue. My issue is I don't look good as a menu. Who am I? A guy who's apparent skin and bone, skinny, not like many. Some have meat and I don't. You can see my rib cage under my flesh, not listen to tissue. My issue is I don't look good as a menu. I came on my way, so I'm from A to B. Doing ageless, enjoying it graciously. No studios, I can spit my rain and over my drip as my thunder will boom and light it up. I don't quit, you're gonna have to kill me just so I can be done. Or you can't, cause I'm pretty sure that wouldn't be fun. Trying to stop me being by myself is like trying to go crazy. It's undeniably stupid, it would make your muscle lazy. African American male that you see is skin and bony with a football shaped head. Who can prove he's not a phony? Who would've thought that this corny looking guy who can stride, who can also thrive and not focus on his pride, giving back to help others who can't or don't know how, lets me know that I'm proud to shout it out with those sound. If you doubt me or look, I'm gonna let you anyway, cause it wouldn't change a thing when I bring this in to say. I don't wanna start a rap, my passion, peace, and I violent follow the planes, I'm a pilot, rather be dead or remain silent. Who am I? A guy who is apparent skin and bone, skinny, not like many. Some have meat and I don't. You can see my rib cage under my flesh, not listen to tissue. My issue is I don't look good as a menu. Who am I? A guy who is apparent skin and bone, skinny, not like many. Some have meat and I don't. You can see my rib cage under my flesh, not listen to tissue. My issue is I don't look good as a menu.